This is Grace, and I thought I'd sit here. I just finished doing a video that's sitting here, and it's right after what should be right after rush hour traffic. But you know how you got people who are a little bit late in the morning, they're going to rush. So I don't really want to get on the road just yet. And the school zone, just the little time for the school zone is over. That means and it's just right over there. It's going to be fast. Anyway, let me get to this. I always have a strange intro, don't I? But usually after I do the intro. But I was thinking about this lately. Again, it's not my first time. About when something becomes all about making money. Okay, or it just seems to people that it's all about making money. Now, I don't really see that this way, the whole YouTube, but I've heard people say this, that and I can somewhat agree. I think I have felt this way at times, that, I started my original channel making videos on it around 5.5 years ago. And really, back then, you didn't see people selling stuff. There was one woman, the communities were real close. The different genres of the communities, people seemed very close back then. Okay, 5.5 years ago, very close. And it's like people knew one another, at least online. They started knowing one another. They really understood one another's personalities. In various ones I saw. But over time, let me finish that part. One woman in one of the communities that I was in two of them, the genres, she was selling something, and man, there was so much, she got what you call backlash from people. She continued to do it, but a lot of people could not stand it. And each time things would change, so things did change over all these years, that people were making money off of it somehow, using their PayPal, going to Patreon, whatever it was, the chat, and then the super chat, and it's just whatever it was. There were so many people who would talk about how bad that is. And I think that a big part of it is because it felt more like the community, the emotions, the feelings toward people being really close to one another was what was more important to people back then, not about making money. And I know that the first time when I saw a brand account, it was on Google Plus for, my YouTube thing. I don't think they still have Google Plus, do they? I don't know. I really don't. I think that went away. I don't know if they could bring it back or what, but first time I saw a brand up there, when I logged in, I was like, what the heck is a brand? Why is this my brand account? I think it's a brand account. So why do they, pick and choose I have more than one channel. What is my brand account? All right, sorry about that. My camera got too hot. It's 45 degrees now. When I left, it was 40 degrees. But yeah, the sun is right out there. Well, where I was parked, it was coming down too. I mean, in the sun. I tried to get in the shade this time. But anyway, the whole brand accounting thing, I think, is where I left off. And to me, whenever I haven't made a video saying, what's this brand account? Anyway, but yeah, nobody answered, but I found out over time what it meant, and I was thinking, this is not good. When things change to where it's all about the Benjamins, or the big thing is about the money, that's not always a good thing. But as people say, they have people there who are experts on this. And I'm a sociologist. Yeah. And I just didn't think it was a good idea. I taught at college and university, just did not. Because, and yes, in any community, in an actual face-to-face community, you have stores, people selling things and all this, a variety, but this is different. This is not in person. It is, even though you can often see people, you don't see me very often anymore, it's not the same. When everything becomes a commercial, and then there are ads on top of these commercials, when somebody's selling something, it's a commercial, and their videos can be an hour or 2 hours long, whatever, however long they want to make them. short, long, whatever. It takes away. It really does. I mean, if you go, you live in a small community, or you have a community, and you go to the store and there's your grocer or the people, the cashiers, you kind of get to know them after a while. If everything that, when you walked up to them, all they did was start selling the product and not having any kind of, social interaction beyond that, do you really feel good? Would you feel good? Would you say, this is kind of weird, wonky, all messed up? But yeah, and I think that slowly but surely that's what it has become, or is becoming. And too much about just making the bucks, making the money. And I personally don't want to watch people where everything is some kind of sales pitch. And that can be in so many different types of communities, where people have whatever it takes to get the money. Now, some people are doing things for good reasons. Like they collect, have a PayPal and they're collecting. Sometimes they have drives for whatever, good cause. Okay, some do. But some that might do that may also do it because they want to get more views and more money, AdSense, and more, whatevers. But personally, I just don't think that it's a good idea. I could be wrong. Of course, I could be wrong. Anybody can be wrong. But I hope that it kind of starts moving away from that a little bit, where people do get more involved with the community other than just trying to sell their whatever. Sell their life coaching, like I'm in this community, life coaching, or the shopping community, they're trying to sell whatever it is that they sell, their DIYs or whatever, or any of it. I just don't feel that it's a good thing for it to all be about money. Now, personally, me, I have stopped watching. I can't think of really anybody that I know is purposefully trying to get money that I'm watching anymore. I'd rather watch people who are not monetized. And like I've said in a video, when I called some of the rude people the POSs, I called them POSs. The type that, steal people's ideas, and they're usually more popular. And some people think it's the other way around. You're wrong. Not my experience. It's usually the bigger channels that will steal from the smaller channels. And the kind of mentality that would do that, I worry that that's going to become too much of the norm, and so far it is. So like I said, I don't watch people. Maybe one or two here and there, every blue moon, that has monetized their channel, or not really monetized. That doesn't bother me. It's the ones who are obviously trying to get a buck off of somebody else, at least a buck, not a lot of bucks. No, to me that's not why I'm here. This is social media. I'm not there for social advertisements, social media advertisement, what was it I had thought that, instead of YouTube, it's you sell to? I'm not into that. This is my opinion, my reaction. I just don't think it's a good thing. YouTube calls itself the community, and of course their genres are different, cliques, some would call them, whatever. But no, if it's all going to become about money, yeah, I don't usually watch people who do the same kind of thing that I do anyway. My kind of videos, if they do them, I usually don't watch them. No. But what's left, I really don't want to see it to be all about money. Some of it can be entertainment. Some of it, what I'm looking for is some entertainment, something good. Like last night I watched it was ABC, I think, from ABC. I don't remember the channel name that they had it, but it was something they did on the coronavirus. And, something documentary, informative, with actual factual information, not BS. Okay, I've seen too much of that. They're trying to sell something. But yeah, but I don't want to watch a whole video of people selling. It's a whole long commercial a commercial, and then they have those AdSense ads on top of it. And some of them, oh my goodness, really? You have an ad break every few seconds? It seems like, of course, I don't think it could be every few seconds, but my goodness, if you look and you see the little ad breaks, and it's just like it seems like it's almost more ad breaks than anything else. No, I see myself, and I think many more people will start walking away if all they're seeing is somebody doing videos just for selfish gain. Sure, you make some money off of it, but when it's a whole long video all about them selling some their whatever, yeah, you got it. I don't have to watch it, and I'm not. Isn't that something that's important? I'm not. Think about that. But I have seen that. I have seen things, the pendulum swings. That's how I see it. It started off way too much, I wouldn't even say way too, but it was very much about community and people, entertainment, and sure, people had AdSense, and sure, people were making a lot, some people were making a lot of money, not a whole lot, but it just never seemed back then so much about making the money. And then it swung way to that side of so many people, just so much about money. But I think that, it's, as any pendulum, as it goes, tends to go at least, it's going to level off. I hope so. I'm really sick of seeing that. I'm really sick of, especially, I think really that it gets to people's heads, too. Oh, I can make some product, and people actually start buying it. Ooh, and then it becomes so much more about that. Whew. I get here, I'm under a tree. I got to remember which tree that is. I start sneezing and coughing. I need to go home and get me something to drink. I had a little bit of soda, but whatever. But I don't have any in it now. Diet soda. Diet Big Red. That's my morning caffeine. I can't not drink coffee, anything really strong. Oh my goodness. No way. I'm a highly sensitive person. And that's one of them. But anyway, another thing, in my last video, if I put them in the order, and if I put this on that channel, I mentioned this about somebody. It was a woman. I'm guessing young. I could be wrong. It could be a troll. Okay, not a woman at all. But made this comment about something I had said in one of my videos, and I left it up there for a little while. I'm going to go home, and whenever I remember, I'm going to block delete her. Because she's never left me a comment before. Don't know her from anybody. And her comment, basically, she took something out of context, and I don't play that game. I don't allow people to do that to me. Really, seriously. I don't know what was in her mind, but she, had an issue because she wanted to take just certain parts. She read, heard what she wanted to hear, and to blow off steam about how maybe she feels uncomfortable about herself or what she does. So she was going to disagree with me, and she didn't listen to the video, obviously. Just like I said, found parts that she wanted to take issue with, and taking it out of context, instead of really paying attention. So I'm going to block delete her. Like I said, never had a comment from her before, and all of a sudden she comes up with this. No, thank you. Move along. Go watch somebody else's video. Somebody else might play that game. I'm not going to. No. Block delete. I put them in timeout. They're going to act childish. They're going to go in timeout, and they're not going to come out. I'm not going to unblock them. No, thank you. No, not happening. Some people would say, oh, that's wrong. Freedom of speech and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you have freedom of speech, and I have the freedom to block delete you. In person, you can say what you want to. I could have freedom to take you to court. If you say something that's slanderous, or make some kind of like that judgment of my character and try and slander me, or defamation of character in any way, there are consequences to actions. People need to learn this. They don't want to hear that. Some of them, the people who want to think about freedom of speech, everything. No. You got also, the other person has it too. Got to remember that, and they have the right to take you to court if you do something like that. Anyway, this woman, not happening. I have the freedom, I have the right, it's there, it's an option to block delete her. Seriously. So, no, I don't play the games, like I said. Just don't play that game. And it's been pretty good for me all these years. Seriously. Just block delete them. They don't come back. They're not getting the attention they want. Plus, my comments as it is, I have to approve every comment Like I said, I approved hers just for a little while. And you have to approve them. Although it might have been one. It could have been, yeah. Um, with this switch over, I noticed that there was a little bit of a problem. Some actually do go through, and some didn't. So I don't know. The comments go through without me approving them first. I think they got it fixed though. It doesn't happen anymore. Anyway, so if you don't, if you look and you don't see your comment up there, other people, it's because I haven't approved it yet, because I haven't read them yet to see. But anyway, no, that type that just, comes along out of the blue, drops a comment that's something negative, taken out of context, I don't play it, block, delete, bye-bye. Your comments will not be seen anymore on my channel. I think one time I said that before. I said, if you don't like something I said it. I did. Something like, go make your own video. Well, with these copycats, that kind of like gives them permission. But that was after this one. Both of these people started copycatting me. That's happened to me since I first started. It did. It's not always the same people. I've said that before too. Moving away from the tree didn't make that big of a difference. Oh my goodness. I have to pause because I'm sneezing and coughing with these allergies. Oh my goodness. And tonight, we've had to have our dogs inside. We finally moved them to where they were outside dogs. Trying to train them that way. And because, with me falling, and it was just too much. And, slowly but surely, the last 2 nights, we had to have them in because it got too cold at night. The real feel was in the 20s. And then I think it's the same tonight. And then after that, I think it's going to warm up today, but at nighttime it'll be real cold. But then after this, it's going to be springtime for us again. Springtime, summertime weather. So, that's not going to help, is it? Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm losing my voice and I'm sneezing and coughing and all that good stuff. Talk to y'all in another video. Bye.